Ka tangi te titi, ka tangi te kaka, ka tangi hoki ahau. Tihei mauri ora. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Kura Forrester! Actually, before I start, I better just do the old te whare e tū nei, a kiu rangatira tēnā koe, te papa iwa honei tēnā koe, te mana whenua o tēnei rohe a Ngāti Whātua tēnā koutou, e ngā rangatira, e ngā manuhiri, tēnā rā tātou katoa. Kevin, this whole show's not going to be in Terreo, is it? Oh, well, you should have told me, Kevin. I wouldn't have come. Well, I'm going to need another vodka. Off you hop. God, I haven't picked up a word of this so far. Not a word. Kura Shoulda Woulda. Doesn't even rhyme. Thanks, Rosalind. That's Rosalind. You'll be meeting her in a couple of minutes. Yeah. Anyway, back to me. I te taha o tōku dad. Ko marotiri te maunga, ko mangahauani te awa, ko pākirikiri te marae, ko harauta te waka, ko toku marubei te papakainga, ko Ngāti Parau te iwi. Ooh, cousins? Yeah, kia ora. Now, I te taha o tōku mum, Actually, this side gets a bit trickier. Yeah, a bit tricky over this side. I guess ko Wainui Hill te maunga. I guess, or Rimutaka's Rangers, ko Rimutaka Rangers te maunga. Ko Endeavour te waka. I guess. I'm pretty sure that's just the boat all white people get though, isn't it? Yeah. You know, if you have to do your pepeha, you get an Endeavour, yeah. And I guess, ko Ngāti Pākehā te iwi, but that's very broad, isn't it? Isn't it? Very broad. I reckon it's probably more like Ngāti Irish/Scottish/ Lower Hutt te iwi. Yeah. So, nō reira, ko Kura Forrester aho. I am Kura of the Shoulda Woulda. Welcome to the show. It's all about me. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. The whole show. It's about my insides and my outsides and my backside. My left sides, my strong sides, my off sides. Bit of a rugby joke there. Yeah. So let's hope you enjoy it, eh? I mean, look, I'm just going to say it because I feel like we're all feeling it. Fuck, I hope this is good. Fuck. I mean, we're all thinking it, right? Fuck, come on. Please, fuck, let this be funny, yeah? Right? Good luck us. Huh? Now, just a bit of classic Kiwi housekeeping for you all, but just a bit of manaakitanga before we start. The toilets are just out there and downstairs, the wharepaku. Please use them anytime you like, honestly. For you fellas up there, it's outside, then down. For you, it's down there. I fucking don't know. But the thing is, I don't want anyone holding on. Okay? No holding on allowed. All right? And I'll know if you are. If you can hold on to the end of the show, that'd be awesome. But, you know, don't be busting, okay? Because I do not want your UTI on my hands, okay? I don't. And also, the show goes for about an hour, and it's. I'm sorry, what? Did you just say an hour? And it's all about you. What a fucking show. So you mean to tell me it's 7:30 now and you're going to talk about yourself right up until 8:30? Oh, fucking show pony. Whoa, that's Kayla. You'll be meeting her in a minute too, so yeah. Thanks, Kayla. Anyway, you fellas, I've done a bit of a timeline for you all. Yeah. You know, because I feel like there's nothing more entertaining, is there, than knowing where this is all headed. You know? It keeps us grounded, doesn't it? So look, we've done mihi check, housekeeping check. We've already done fucking heaps. structure that's currently happening, and then we're going to go start, middle, end. Easy. Easy, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, I've recently turned 34, right? Thank you, thank you. And I can't help but think to myself, what the fuck am I up to? Do you know what I mean? I feel like I should have my shit together. By this age and stage, you know, I really feel like I should have it together, and I sort of don't, you know? Now, I think this is probably going to divide us into 3 camps, isn't it? There'll be those of you who are the same age as me thinking, yes, queen, fuck, we're fucked. Now, what are we going to do, you know? And then there'll be those of you who are younger than me thinking, oh my God, I'm so going to have it together by the time I'm 34. Is she doing stand-up comedy in a jumpsuit? I'm so going to start paying off my student loan ASAP. And then there'll be those of you who are older than me thinking, 34? Fuck up. Fuck up. Got nothing to worry about. Well, I am worried about it, ladies and gentlemen. So much so that I've written an hour of comedy about it. Yeah, so... Now, look, as you just heard, I have a Māori dad, right, and a Pākehā mum, so I am split evenly down the middle, yeah? Half. Just like any good pizza. And sometimes, guys, I can't help but wonder whose side I'm on sometimes, you know? Super Supremes or pepperonis. And I know we're not supposed to have sides, but there are sides, and I feel like we do need to talk about it, you know, because just like any good pizza, there's always enough to go around, right? And pizza's even good cold, yeah. Still it's a bit too soon for race relations chat. Okay, that's fine. But we do need to go there at some point, okay? We are going to go there, so strap in, ladies and gentlemen. Now, look, okay, let's start with me, right? So, please, if you will, cast your minds back to the 6th of March, 1985 in Lower Hutt. There I was being born. Oh, isn't she cute? Yep, my parents were there, and they ended up naming me... Yeah, that's pretty cute. Very cute. Haven't changed a bit. My parents ended up naming me Kura Forrester, right? Now, Kura means school, education, red feather, and glow, right? But I am Kura officially. Or Ku, if you're my friend. Or Kosi, if you're in my family. Or Kura, if you're a fuckhead. Right? Yeah. So 1985, right? It was a pretty big year for New Zealand, 1985. A lot went down. The Rainbow Warrior was bombed. Kerry Hume had just won the Booker Prize for writing The Bone People, yeah? I haven't read it. Of course I haven't read it. And also in 1985, the Treaty Amendment Act had just been signed, yeah? Meaning the Crown had agreed to finally look at land claims from the 1800s. I mean, can you imagine being the receptionist at the Beehive at that time? Welcome to Claims, the Amanda spoken. Oh, hang on a minute, I'll just have to pop you on hold. Got a big thing coming in. Oh, thanks, Marge. This is huge. Oh, God. Who knew about this? Oh, this is full on. Hang on a minute. Mr. Long, Mr. Long, you're going to have to come and have a look at this. Look at this, Mr. Long, They're saying it's the whole country. Oh, man, the whole country. Otago. Oh, no, not Otago. My uncle's got a vineyard there. He's just put down the Pinot Noir. He says it's going to be the best reserve yet. Mr. Longy, didn't we make a deal with them? Oh, this is an administrative nightmare. Still too soon for race relations. Okay, that's fine. But we do need to go there at some point. Now, also in 1985, guys, Netherworld Dancing Toys was at the top of our charts, yeah, with this absolute tune. Absolute tune. Remember your smile. That's for today. Oh, gee, I love this song. You're smooth. Oh, gee, oh, fine. Oh, gee, cool, everybody. Yeah, gee. Oh, cool, everybody. My name's Uncle Guzzy. I'm Kura's favourite uncle.
you too. Yeah, love is nice. Love is nice. There's two people holding hands up here. Well, anyway, you fellas, I'm Uncle Guzzy. I've got no teeth, so sorry if you can't understand me. Oh, fuck, is it you, Steve? Hey, you, Steve? Steve, what are you doing here, Steve? Steve Jamison, hey, you, Steve Jamison. Hey, you, Steve Jamison. Hey, I don't even know Steve Jamison. I cracked myself up there for a second. Anyway, what am I talking about? Oh, yeah, that's right, 1985. It was such a good year. I love Never Will Dance Between My Mate. 1985 or 86? 85, 86, 85, 86, 85, 86, 85, 86, 85, 86, 85. No, it doesn't matter. What is time? Time is just a spectrum, there. It's just a spectrum. It's just there's two things you can rely on in this life, time and ticking time. So, Norida, I just want to wrap up the show. Yeah, I want to wrap up the show by saying it's not what you should do or could do or whoa. Thank you, Uncle Guzzy. It's not quite just time to wrap up the show, but I thank you anyway. So, anyway, you fellas, there I am, being the youngest in my family, right? I got an older sister. There she is. She's the middle child, just not in this photo. So that's her over there. We call her Bubbles, or Brooke, as the government like to call her. Now, Bubbles is really high up in the in the whānau, you know. She's very, very highly respected. She is the creme de la creme of the family, you know. Bubbles is like, if my family was like a food pyramid, she'd be right up there. She'd be cheese, I don't know, cheese. Like if Bubbles was Burger King, she'd be a Baconator. You know what I'm saying? She's very trusted. She's very reliable. Like when we were kids, my dad used to ring home and he used to be like, "Oh, g'day, is that you, Bub?" "Oh no, hi Dad, it's Koo." "Oh, who's home?" "Oh, just me and Bubbles." "Oh yeah, put Bubbles on." "Okay." "Yeah, g'day Bubbles, it's Dad here. Could you just turn my boil-up pot on, please?" "Yeah, just turn the element up to number 4. "All right, thanks, Bubbles." "Who? Oh, wait, Dad. Sorry, Dad, it's Koo again." "Hey, Dad, I could have done that." "Nah." So that's Dad. Yeah, that's my dad. My dad's kind of like, I reckon Dad in the whānau pyramid, family food pyramid, he'd be like the boil-up, right? He'd be your delicious pork bones and your watercress. Dad's he's a real stalwart, very funny, very big, leader of the whānau, yeah. And then I've got a big brother there. Now, he doesn't want to be named. So that tells you a bit about him, yeah? Okay? So for the sake of the show, I don't know, let's just call him Shmile Schmorrister, okay? Now, Shmile, he's the mysterious one of us lot, He's very quiet, very, very thoughtful. So I reckon in the pyramid, Kaya would be like he'd be your slow-cooked pulled pork. Yeah, like he'd be your yum, fucking yum. I'm hungry. You got some ice cream? No, I'm all right. Maybe later. Anyway, you fellas, I'll push on. So, anyway. And then, of course, there's Mum, right? Now, Mum, Rob to her friends. Robin officially, but Rob to her friends. My mum's great. I reckon Mum would just be your classic roast veggies, right? She's just classic. So, she's the type of mum that never wants to be a pain, She never wants to get in. She's always like, "Oh, sorry, Koo, where am I sleeping?" "What, in your bed?" "Oh, no, I couldn't. No, I couldn't. No, God, no, because I'm just in the way. No. No, seriously, no, I don't want to be in the way. I'm just going to sleep outside. I'll sleep outside, it's fine." Honestly, no, because, no, Koo, look, I know it's my birthday, but I don't want to be a pain. I don't want to, no, because I just feel like I'm in your space, so I don't want to cramp your style, so I'm a piece of shit, I'll sleep outside. "Sorry, Koo, is this the last croissant? Oh, sorry, no, God! Absolutely not, I can't even believe I asked. Fuck, I'm a piece of shit. Seriously, no, I don't want to. I'd rather starve. I should starve. I am a piece of shit. No, I can't. I'm just going to go sit out here and not eat anything because I'm the worst. I'm the fucking worst. Mum not wanting to be a pain is fucking infuriating. Fuck.
You know what I mean? She's also one of those mums who will tell you to hop in the sea with any ailment you might have. You know those mums, eh? It's like, oh, mum, I cut my finger. Oh, well, hop in the sea. Oh, mum, I've got the flu. Oh, hop in the sea. Oh, mum, I had an abortion. Well, that's good, darling. It's the right of every woman. Now go and hop in the sea. Yeah, I said it, yeah. Fuck you, America. Yeah. Now, thank you. Now, being the youngest, right? Being the youngest has always made me the coolest, the most irresponsible, and the thickest. Or thick as pig shit, as my dad used to say. It's fine. I'm fine about it. I may have some pretty deep-seated hang-ups about being a dumber, so it's fine, I'm fine. I also hold the family record. I hold the family record for the amount of times I've stormed out of the room. Gone into my bedroom, slammed the door, slammed my head on the pillow and cried, nobody understands me. 4,486 times and counting. The thing is, though, it's very, very easy to get fired up if you're a Forrester. Seriously, it's not my fault. I come from a long line of short wicks. Yeah. For example, this is anyone in my family emptying a dishwasher. Ah, you fucking piece of shit. You fucking this fucking drawer won't go. Why is the wheels aren't lined up with the fucking rail? Ah, you piece of... There's a fucking fork in there. There's a fork at the back of the fucking dishwasher. This is anyone in my family watching... Yeah, I know. This is anyone in my family watching somebody else back a trailer. Oh, you fuck off. Oh, you fucking piece of shit. Fuck off. No, you left hand down, left hand down, left hand down. This is anyone in my family watching somebody else cook scrambled eggs. It's too hot. You got the pan up too hot. I don't want to, I'm trying not to butt in, but fuck. You're gonna fuck the eggs up. Look, the fucking thing about fucking scrambled eggs is that they cook off the heat as well. Your pan's too hot, it's too hot. You gotta take it off, take it off, take it off, take it off. Ah, you fucked it. Seriously. And it's not just my immediate family, right? It's cousins as well. I'm sorry, what? I don't have a fucking short wick. I grew my wick long as. Kia ora, everybody. I'm Kura's second cousin. My name's Kayla. I live in Te Whanganui, Aotearoa, Wellington, and Taita, Lower Hutt. I live there with my two kids, Chartreuse and Cancel. And I also have a horse called Rain Chop. Rain Chop is named after the famous waiata. Rain chops keep falling on my head. I recently changed my name from Kayla to Kahei Lola because always for me spiritually in my name I've been missing a halo. But now that I've changed it, I can see Kahelu, Kahelu, Kahelu. I can see Kahelu, 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 Lassie. I've recently accepted Jesus H. Christ into my heart because before that I realised that I was being a camel. Metaphorically and physically, I was walking around the desert road. There I was, a camel. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, I was a beast of burdens. So many burdens on my back. Oh. there I was, wandering the desert, wandering around the general Wauru area. And I had this stuff on my back, you know? It was like, well, yes, water, but also burdens. You know, burden. Oh, fuck, I was burdened as. And I was walking around the desert road. I saw the kaimanawa horses and ruapehu and tongariro. Until one day, in the desert, I came to a crossroads. Down that way was more being beast of burdens. And down that way was no longer being a beast of burden. But I didn't know what to do. And my camel toes were stuck. And so I bore down deep into the sand and I had a good talk to myself. And I said, I don't want to be a camel no more. And so I rose through the sand and the dust. And now I was a phoenix. Flying through the desert. Tēnā koe tongariro, I said, but I said it down there now because I'm high in the sky. Tēnā ko koutou kai manawa horses. Tēnā koutou ruapehu. And now that I am metaphorically and physically a phoenix, right, what I've learnt is if you don't show me respect, I hex you. If you come around to my fucking house and you're coming up my driveway and you haven't even thought about taking your gumboots off yet, I hex you. I release your burdens from my life. Seriously, if you come over to my house and you've just let your fucking kids run wild at Taita BP forecourts, and then you come over and you judge my parenting, I hex you. I release your burdens from my life. You try and shackle my ankles, my knees, my arouse, my neck. You can't. Because I release any part of my tinana, actually, I release your burdens from my life. And in saying that now, my life is all about positive vibes. My life was about good energy and not getting myself into any petty drama. And in saying that, to all of you fucking bitches at Petone Warehouse, judging me when I come into the car park, I can see you. And when you call me a slut homewrecker of Craig and Alison's home, shout out to them, I know it is because you are jealous of me and Craig's new kinship. Okay, but the Bible says it best, doesn't it? In John chapter 8, verse 7. He who is without sin amongst us may cast the first stone at her. Which now that I say it is pretty fucked on like a binary gender equality level, but it has a good message deep down. Basically what I'm saying is I'm walking into 2019 like, fuck off to all you haters. I don't need you. Live, laugh, love. Thank you. So that's Kayla. Yeah. Cheers, guys. You can go use the bar too if you like. Just get me one. So that's Kayla, right? I reckon we've all probably got somebody like that in our family, right? Anyway. So being the youngest, right, I can't help but compare myself to my family sometimes, you know, because they've all got their shit together, you know. They all own houses and boats and dogs and kids, and I live in a pretty rock and roll flat on K Road, you know. I live paycheck to paycheck. I stay up way too late, and I definitely eat too much dairy for somebody who's clearly lactose intolerant. Everyone in my family loves rugby. Oh, they love it so much. And I just don't, you know? Like, I don't hate it. I just don't care about it. But seriously, every one of the Forresters, they love rugby so much, I swear. If given the opportunity, I reckon they would all give Richie McCaw a blowjob. if he asked nicely, you know, because we're big on manners too. We're big on manners. But in true reality, guys, I'm the only one who actually would. Right? You see what I'm saying? I mean, I guess that's the difference between us, isn't it? That they love rugby and I love cock. Right? So if I did sort of have my shit together the way I want to, right, I reckon I'd own my own little apartment in Grey Lynn. I'd do HelloFresh boxes. You know, I'd just be so organised. I'd have a pantry full of food that people who have their shit together have. I don't know. Fuck is it? You know, like condensed milk or I don't know. What do you need? Vanilla essence? Absolutely. Of course I've got some. I've got my shit together. What? Raw sugar? Absolutely. What's that noise? Oh, is it just me? Oh, fuck. Can you hear that? Can you hear it? Something's jingling, eh? Santa? It's too early! Santa! Fuck, what was I on about? Oh, vanilla essence. Yeah. So, right, I'd have my shit together, and also, guys, I'd have a little dog. Yeah, that would be my dream, you know, to have a little dog. And I really want like a little, a black little Toto dog, you know? And I'd call him Tūmatoinga, wouldn't I? Oh, there he is. Yeah. Tūmatoinga, I'd name him after the Māori god of war, food cultivation, hunting and fishing. So he'd really fit into my whānau, you know? And he'd be so loved, wouldn't you? And I'd only speak to him in te reo Māori. This is a very valuable language. E tutu. What e tutu? E nohotu. Ka titu. Get out of it. Get out of it, you fucking thing. He'd be so loved. He'd be so loved. You fucker. Yeah. He'd be so loved. And I'd tell him all my secrets, you know. God, and he'd just be so cared for. And he wouldn't have a worry in the world. Kia ora everybody, I'm Tūmatoinga, I'm Kura's dog, and I'm riddled with concern. I'm actually Kura's head of security. I just need to lock down this area. So I'm just going to do a bit of lockdown. These look really dangerous. That's solid. That's hot. Don't touch them. There's probably heaps of wires running under the stage. That looks dangerous. Okay, and because I'm Kura's head of security, I just like to lock down the area and just make sure there's nothing in here she can hurt herself on physically or emotionally. So if it's okay with you fellas, actually, I might just do a bit of a scan of you fellas too, actually. If I could just have some light spent. You just look this way, everyone! That's why I do my mihi, please. I just need to check that you're all good. Everybody looks okay and like not gonna be mean to Kura. Fuck. You guys all right up there? Fuck miles away. Okay, look at me, please. Look at me, yeah. You guys all look. Oh fuck. Excuse me, sir. Do you have a cat? You in the white. Do you have a cat? Yeah, you. You don't. You don't have a cat. Have you got weed? Who is it? Do you? You want to meet after the show? Okay, serious. Okay, you guys all look really friendly. Yes, thank you. Actually, sorry. Fuck, I'm picking up something. Paw. Excuse me, ma'am, do you have a cat? You don't? MDMA or... Got a bit of MD? Fuck yeah. This crowd's awesome. Okay, you guys all are awesome. Thank you, Spencer. Ka te lights. Yeah, kia ora. Anyway, as I was saying, you fellas, yeah, my name's Tūmatoinga. I'm Kura's dog. And fuck, I just love her so much, eh? Oh, fuck, I love her. Oh, yeah, and I just want to protect her, hey, 24/7. But sometimes I can't. I love her. Fuck, I love her. Oh, I just want to be there for her all day, every day. And sometimes, like for example, the other day, she took a violent fall down the driveway. I heard the fall before I saw it because I was on the lead, you know? I was on the leash looking that way and she fell and I heard it and I tried to break her fall with my body. But I couldn't because I'm so tiny and she scraped the top of her foot. And now she's got a bit of a scrape there, a bit of a mumai on her waiwai there. Bit of a joke there for my Māoris. Yeah, it hurts her. I mean, I tried to warn her, you know. I watched her that morning put her shoes on and I said to her, are you sure sandals are the best choice? It's Auckland. You know, it's been very inclementous lately. But she ignored me, she often does. And so she slipped on the driveway in her sandals and yeah, we were 10 minutes late to the barbecue that day and she hates being late. And I watched my brave mother only mention her sore foot 67 times. She's so brave. She's so brave. And at the end of the night, you know, after I've gone out for my final ablutions, she lets me sit on the couch with her and I lick her wound and it's a beautiful time between us. Well, I just love her so much and I want her to reach her full potential all the time, you know, so that's me. I'm tūmatauinga doing the best. Sorry, if I was there, a fucking cat in here. So that's tūmatauinga. Oh, thanks! Thanks, guys. God, I'm having a blast. So, you can see why my family might think I'm a bit fucked up, right? Because I've got a dog in my head. I don't have any kids and I don't have a partner or anything, you know. And the last time my sister came over to my flat, she said, Koo, I just think you and I have a different idea of what clean is. She's right, though. The thing is, though, ladies and gentlemen, show business, it hasn't actually been going that badly for me, you know? I mean, just the other month, I rang my mum to say, Mum, I've been nominated for a Billy T, which I won. Yeah, this is the show that won it. We're living in the future. Anyway, so I rang her and I said, Mum, I've been nominated for a Billy T. And she dropped into her soft voice. I don't know if your guys' mums have those voices that they drop into when they're going to say something that's really going to fuck you off. But they use a soft voice like that's going to break the, you know, like that's going to make it less annoying. Anyway, she was like, seriously, this is true to her. Oh, that's nice, darling. But Billy T's dead. And I've been thinking, you should get into real estate. Just something a bit more full-time, you know? And Rosalind said that Kevin might have something for you. Kevin! Hang on, Rob. Kevin! Sorry, Rob. Kevin, do you still have any jobs going at Quarterman Harbourman Real Estate? For Kura! For Kura! Yes, Rob's Kura. Well, she's here. Okay, well, think about it, please, Kevin. Actually, also, Kevin, don't forget the Devereaux are coming over later for Patonk. Yes, well, you have to fish that out from the Gortage. We'll just get Austin to do it. Oh, look, Kevin, if you can't find the Patonk, you'll just have to fish out the Coop. Oh, Robin, how lovely for you to visit us all the way here in Taronga. Now, Kura would make the most darling real estate agent when she's ready to settle down. Oh, she'd look so lovely in the off-coral blazer too. What with her olive skin. Oh, she's so lucky. Oh, that brunette here with the natural wave reminds me of the beach. Oh, God, I need to get to the beach for a swim. You swear by it, don't you, Rob? Oh, I've just been so stuck in a rut lately ever since the marquee was rained out at the 180th Golf Jubilee. Oh, I knew we should have booked the whole goddamn all to hell. Oh, well, honestly, Rob, I have been self-therapizing. I just get on my medicine ball completely naked and I bounce my troubles away. Actually, sorry, hang on a minute. Kevin, I've changed my mind about the kub. I think we should play Pele. Yes, tell Austin to settle up Janelle. You'll stay for Pele too, won't you, Rob? Oh, yes. Tell Austin to settle up Melissa as well. Okay. Oh, yes, Melissa's a lovely horse, Rob. Now, Kura wouldn't have had anything full-time since her little jaunt to Paris. Oh, I love Paris. Un suis la toilette. Je suis le Paris. Les Miserables. Oh, I just love the French language. So much easier for me to hear than the terrain. I just can't hear the terrain. You know, Rob, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you must hear the terrain all the time where you are. But no, for me, I just can't quite pick it up, I guess. It's just, oh, but it's everywhere now, isn't it? The terrain. It's everywhere now, isn't it? God, look at us. We're saturated in it. I mean, just look at national radio. It's sopping. Well, what's that? Oh, the horse Melissa's lame. Oh, I'll get Austin to shoot her, please. That's my mum's friend, Rosalind. Yeah. Yeesh. Now, you see how I talked about race relations there for a bit, guys? It was okay, right? We're okay? Now, look, I know it's fucking awkward sometimes, isn't it, to talk about race? It's a little bit like taboo, isn't it? A little bit embarrassing. But I did promise we were going to go there, so here we are. It's a little bit like talking about the birds and the bees, isn't it? You know, like nobody wants to talk about the birds and the bees. But unfortunately, Aotearoa, I feel like we do need to have the talk, you know, because race relations in this country are fucked, you know, like they're cooked. And we should talk about it. They're fucking cooked, mate. You know, and I feel like there's lots of myths out there around it, you know, and I feel like we should do some myth busting together, right? Because I worry that some people think that pre-colonial Māori were just standing around going, hey, bro, man, I don't know what it is, hey, bro, but I have such an urge to run around savagely today. Fuck. I don't know what it is, man. It's like I've got this yearning to just savage around. It's like a hankering, if you will. Do you have that, bro? Yeah, I do. I do have that, bro. I could go for a savage, bro, yeah. I was telling Mum, me and Tafari are going to go for a savage run. Hey? No, we don't need a pants. Do you want a pants, bro? No, we don't need a pants. We don't need a pants, Mum. We're all good in this. I just want to be remembered as a savage in a grass skirt and nothing else. Come on, bro, let's go. Hey, bro, whoa. What's that on the horizon there, bro? That's a crazy-ass boat. That's a crazy big-ass boat. Whoa, who's this fella? Far out, he's got a weird jacket on. Oh, fuck. G'day, bro, what can we do you for? Hell yeah! My name is James Cook. You guys are lovely. Hello. Yes. James Cook of the Endeavour. Lovely to meet you. Lovely to meet you. Yes, no. I just thought I'd come over here and give you civilization. Because clearly, there's none here. Oh, fuck. Yeah, Ihu Karaisi all here, bro. Thank you, bro. Yeah, fuck yeah, choice, bro. Welcome. Yeah, thank goodness you're here. Civilization, that sounds awesome, yeah. Because all we've got here really is, well, mills, gardens, international trade over there. We've got governance, value systems, ways to raise our kids. We've got... What else we got? What else have we got? We've got cooking methods, hygiene methods, dance, language, customs, heaps of cool shit. Jewellery, yeah. But, civilization sounds mean, yeah. Yeah, we'll give it a go. Give it a go. We're all ears, bro. I mean, yeah, we'd love to hear your innovations. What could possibly go wrong? Thanks. Thank you. And then, this is the mithy bit, right, where we forget to teach about the lies and the deceit and the land stealing and the general sort of stomping down of a culture. The birds and the bees bit, that's the stuff we forget to talk about. It's almost like, imagine if you were making your own pizza, right? For ages, you were making your own yummy pizza, just the way you love to make it. And your ancestors had taught you how to make it. It's like yum, 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 all your favourite ingredients. And then all of a sudden, some pretty bossy people come over and they say, you're making pizza all wrong. We're taking away your ingredients and your pizza ovens, and now you have to come over here and make pizza this way. And you're like, oh, okay, it's a bit unfair because I did like my pizza, but I guess I don't have a choice, so I'm going to come over here, I'm going to make pizza this way for as long as I can, So it's like, sorry, do we really have to put spaghetti on our pizza? Okay. Oh, weird. Sweet corn, are you sure? Okay, fuck. And then all of a sudden, you forget how you used to make your pizza, and you're making this pizza, and all of a sudden, Māori make up 50% of the prison population, and everybody wonders how that happened. I don't know, guys. Thank you. Fuck, I don't know about you guys, but all this talk of colonialism and pizza's making me horny. Anyone else horny as hell right now? MDMA, lady? Right. So I guess we've come to the part of the show where I'm going to tell you all my horny bits, right? So I've always had men on the horizon, right? I just can't quite keep them on the land. It's like they come over to me, they have a great time, they bugger off. I'm like dinner hour in Fiji, I just love to see red flags and ignore them. So here's a list of guys I've dated. I dated a guy who lived in a caravan in Papakura. Now, that wasn't the issue. That was fine. It was that he didn't talk. Yeah, I mean, he wasn't mute, but he may as fuck a millibeen. He used to just say, I don't know, all the time. I was like, hey, do you want to go to the movies? Oh, I don't know. Do you want to eat? Oh, I don't know. I was like, what the fuck do you know then? And so one night we were in his caravan in Papakura, silently, as per. And out of nowhere, he goes to me, I don't know much, but I just know that I'm going to love you forever. So I got the fuck out of there. And then I dated a nipple tape guy, right? So everything was going great, nipple tape guy. So seriously, we're going fine, we're going out, it's all going good. And one day he gets home and he takes his T-shirt off and he's got 2 big bits of black gaffer tape over each nipple. And I laugh like any normal person would. And he goes, fuck off. It was a tight T-shirt and we were playing touch. So I got the fuck out of there. And then, of course, there was, I dated this hippie for a while, this beautiful hippie. He was so lovely. He had one of those tangs about him, a bit smelly, like I use a crystal as a deodorant sort of smell. It doesn't work. Anyway, he was so nice, and he used to cook for us all the time, and one night we sat down to this beautiful meal, and just as I was about to put some food in my mouth, I said, when did you go shopping for all this beautiful food? And he was like, I went for a dumpster dive today. And I was like, bleh. So I got the fuck out of there. I didn't. He dumped me. Oh, it's fine. I'm fine. And then, of course, there was too much weed guy. We've all dated someone who smoked too much weed, eh? Fucking hell. And he used to just, forget what he'd told me. So he'd just tell me the same shit stories over and over again. And he used to make up weird facts about me. He was like, you love fashion and you don't eat gherkins. I was like, yes, I do. So I got the fuck out of there. Now, what else? Oh, yeah, I dated a guy who would always leave his hoodie on during sex. Yeah. I dated a guy who spoke like a wizard and just kept telling me I shall not pass. It was weird. There was, of course, I've got a girlfriend, but I really like you. My life's so hard, guy. What else was there? Oh, there was the guy who was like, we're not compatible because you won't do anal. And then, of course, there was, I know it's our first date, but would you like some crack, guy? So, yeah, I've really had some doozies, guys. But luckily, the lucky thing is I've never had a baby with any of these drop kicks, right? Like, I'm youth, right? But, you know, not having a baby at 34 is another thing that makes me feel like I don't quite have my shit together. No. I have not had a baby, but I have had a fibroid. Now, this is a true story I want to share with you guys, because about a year ago, it's very buzzy, about a year ago they found this massive growth inside of me, sitting on top of my uterus there, and it was the size of a rugby ball. And when I found out about it, I was like, maybe I do like rugby. I just wear it on the inside, you know. So anyway, it's totally benign and I got it out, but if it's all right with you guys, I'd quite like to show you a picture of it. You all right? It is fucking yuck, though. It's pretty bad. So if you are a bit squeamy with blood and stuff, maybe you might want to close your eyes. Is everyone okay? Okay, here, go Spence. Thank you. There it is. Yeah, I was not fucking around, eh? There it is. It was 16 centimetres long. It weighed a kg. Yeah, and I didn't know it was there for years and years and years. And so I had to have a C-section to get it out, right? So it came out the sunroof. So ladies and gentlemen, you're looking at my firstborn. Isn't she a darling? Isn't she beautiful? Oh, thanks. Oh, it's so lovely. And, you know, because the surgery was quite full on, right, my mum and dad took me back home to Tukumaru Bay to recover. And one day I was there on the couch and mum came in and she said, now, Koo, in a soft voice, now, Koo, how about we sort of plant you a bit of a tree? What for? What for? She's like, well, you know, for my fibroid. I mean, can you fucking imagine, right? Like in Tukumaru Bay, our Papakainga, so all the placentas are buried, you know? All of my nieces and nephews. Yeah, see, you get where I'm going with this now, right? All of my nieces and nephews have their placenta buried under trees. So my dad would be in his garden going, oh, look at beautiful, more my moko. Oh, look at their beautiful trees. There's Grace's tree and Georgie's tree and there's Tom's tree. There's beautiful Kahu's apple tree and beautiful Tori's plum tree. And here's our youngest. She had a fibroid and here's her fucking tree. Yeah, you know? God, it's like I cannot get a break, you know, like, seriously, I mean, how much of a fuck up can I get, you know, like, it's like the time I ruined Christmas. Yeah, just last year I ruined Christmas. Huge feat for the youngest to do, but I managed it. It all started when I asked Mum what I could bring home for Christmas, you know, and she said, oh, well, Koo, why don't you just focus on getting there? Why don't you just get to Christmas safely and soundly? You don't have to bring... If you want to bring something, why don't you bring a little something for dessert? But don't worry, because Bubbles is doing the proper dessert. So I did get to Christmas safely and soundly. I wasn't on time because I was drunk fucking some guy the night beforehand. Well, I was worried about what I was going to take anyway. But I did take something for Christmas, ladies and gentlemen. I took some marijuana cigarettes. Right? For everybody to enjoy. Way better than a little something for dessert. You know, now usually we'd wait to smoke pot until, you know, we'd wait for Mum to go to bed, right? But I thought, oh, fuck it, we're all 30 plus, like, who cares, you know? So it sparked up a doob. And unfortunately, Mum was downwind of the weed smoking, and she did smell it, and she took offence, and she got up and she marched off upstairs to the kitchen. And so me and Bubbles followed her up to apologise, but we were both pretty stoned. And Bubbles comes in super hot. Mum, it's just a bit of deck. I don't know what you're upset about. Honestly, Mum, it's like, it's just weed. Who cares? Like, what do you want us to do? You want me and Koo to go hide behind the shed or something? Like, seriously, Mum, it doesn't even matter, Mum. Like, honestly, like, secrets are poison in a family. Honestly, they are, Mum. You know, like, we should be just open and transparent with each other all the time. Because, honestly, Mum, I think if you just think about it, it's like, what am I talking about? Fuck, is there any more bacon and egg pie left? And that's when Mum turned to me and said, "You've ruined Christmas." I know! But seriously though, Bubbles has been getting away with fucking doing drugs all her life, you know? Like, in 2006, right? Does everyone remember 2006? Bubbles was going through a classic phase that most 20-year-olds go through, NOS. She was going through a huge NOS phase, right? Now, those of you who don't know what NOS is, you can still get it on K Road. You crack a canister of nitric oxide into a balloon and it blows, and you go for fucking ages until your brain goes going wong, 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 wong. It's awesome. NOS is awesome. Anyway, and so Bubbles was doing so much NOS that I come home for school, you know, I come home for holidays and she's like, "Hey, Koo, yeah, these are all my NOS canisters. Yeah, like, I got a plastic bag full of, these are the light-coloured NOS canisters and these are the dark-coloured NOS canisters, and I'm going to, like, stick them to a canvas. It's going to be one big NOS canister." But I'm not allowed to turn the element on, you know? It's like... Actually, I will say some nice things about Bubbles, actually, because she is the best person I know, you know? Like, she does my taxes, she calls the IRD and pretends to be me all the time. She's the best, you know? She bought thrush cream for me once at the chemist. I was standing right there, and she told the chemist all of my symptoms. Like, she's the best. But one of my favourite things about Bubbles is Petoni Yumcha has her phone number. And after the summer break, they called her to say, "We've reopened and we can't wait to see you." She's the best. So anyway, guys, right, it's 2006, right? And we're at home in Plimmerton now, in Wellington, in Plimmerton, where we used to live. And the Bulldogs had just played the Warriors, right, at the Cake Tin in Wellington. And for some fucked up reason, the Bulldogs, the league team, were coming out to Mana Esplanade, to our local pub, to have like a meet the locals night, right? And it was like, okay, that's fine. So Mana Esplanade is a row of shops, like classic. It's just out of Plimmerton, and it's got a pub called the Sandbar. Remember that for the story. And it's got a chemist, and then it's got a Pizza Hut that Bubbles used to be the manager of in 2006. Remember that. And then it's got another pub and a hairdresser's, right? Just a classic row of shops. So there we are, 2006, at home, and Bubbles comes into my room. Koo, the Bulldogs are coming to the pub. Get ready. We're going to go meet them, okay? Like, seriously, I know you don't care about league or anything, but I'm a huge fan. If Willie Mason's there, I'm going to lose my mind, okay? So, hurry up and get ready. All right, so because I do anything Bubbles tells me to do, I put on my super flare Glassons jeans. This is 2006, and my big woolly turtleneck pink jumper from Glassons. And we go down to the pub, and there's all the locals there, right? And they're all losing their fucking minds because these league players are there. And so we just go into the pub, and we're sifting around and having a couple of beers. And then this guy comes up to me, and he's like, "G'day, my name's Sunny, like Sunny Days." And I was like, "Oh, kia ora, I'm Kura, like school, education, red feather, and glow." He was like, "Oh, cool. Well, could I buy you a drink? I've got these free drink tokens." I was like, "Yeah, sure." So off we go to the bar, and I get this Koo. "You are talking to Sonny fucking Bill fucking Williams." Now, I know you don't know who he is, but I just have this crazy feeling, Koo. Maybe it's the NOS, I don't know, but I just have this feeling that one day he's going to be huge across many sports codes. I have a crazy feeling that he's going to be the man at like league, boxing, union, just an all-round good sportsman. He's at the beginning of his career now, but I feel like he's going to be a huge deal one day, Koo. And I also feel like if you have a chance to have sex with, have to do it. And I was like, you need to calm down. She was like, I can't. I can't calm down. She's like, okay, so just keep talking to him. So we have a couple of drinks, me and the Sunny guy, right? And there's a bit of flirting and there's a bit of sexual tension in the air. And we had a little kiss and it was all very lovely. But then the sandbar, yeah. Oh, you fucking wait. Yeah. And then, the bar starts to close. And so he goes, would you like to come back to my hotel room? And I had a look at Willie Mason and the rest of them in the taxi van and said, no, thank you. I'm not fucking stupid. And he said, well, is there anywhere we can go? And I was like, look, no. Look, it was lovely to meet you, but I just feel like we're in the night there. Go. Go. This is the key to Pizza Hut. I want you to go and I want you to have sex with Sonny Bill in the staff room of Pizza Hut. And then I'll wait for you. I'll wait in the shop. I'll wait around the corner. I'll wait in there if you want. Is that weird? No, I'll go home. Just go and do it and then come home, okay? Please, Koo. Please. Take the key. So I thought, fuck it. So I took the key. This is a true story. Every word. So I take the key, and me and Sonny Bill Williams let ourselves in to Mana Esplanade Pizza Hut at about 2 a.m., right? I turn on, it's like fluorescent lights. I do the alarm. I was like, would you like a Pepsi? He was like, no. I was like, of course. So healthy. And then I said, oh God, this must be the first time anyone's brought you to Pizza Hut for a date. And he was like, no, it's like my fourth. And I was like, oh yeah, no, I mean like behind the scenes. Anyway, fuck. And then, ladies and gentlemen, Sonny Bill and I proceeded to get completely naked in the staff room. There's a couch, right? And it was very, but it's true. I fucked Sonny Bill Williams on a blue wheelie chair in Mana Esplanade Pizza Hut. And it was over pretty quick, and it was over in a flash. He was a perfect gentleman. It was lovely, and we sort of had a bit of a laugh, and we kissed goodnight, and we parted ways. And I went home, and Bubbles was at the end of her bed. I go into her, and she's like, did you do it? I'm like, yeah. She was like, oh, fuck. Koo, this is the best thing you've ever done. I couldn't be prouder of you, seriously, because I cannot, this is the guy, and seriously, guys, still to this day, whenever the All Blacks play, she rings me. Still, every fucking game she rings me and she's like, I still can't fucking believe it, Koo. I still can't believe it. This is the best thing you've ever done, Koo. And I was like, wow, awesome. Do you think I'll be able to go up in the family pyramid? Well, no. Okay, so you mean to tell me that I fuck the most fuckable man in New Zealand and I still don't get any family status, Hey, geez, Gil. Hey, you need to stop worrying about that family pyramid. Hey, geez. I was in a pyramid scheme once. Hey, no, I hated it. Hey. Oh, well. Life for me now is all about happiness and contentment. That's what life is about. And that is why I have a rule. You should never do the dishes after dinner. Because I ruin a perfectly good meal with the dishes. Here's a list of biscuits I like. Crispies, chocolate Wheaties,
and squiggles. Original, not hokey pokey. You must always be original. And so, I would like to wrap up the show by saying, no, right, ladies and gentlemen, it's not what you should do or could do or would do. Whoa.
Thank you, Uncle Guzzy. It is time to wrap up the show, but I think I should probably do it. So, ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, what have we learnt? Yes, I ruined Christmas because I smoked too much pot. Yes, I fucked Sonny Bill on a wheelie chair because my sister told me to. And yes, I had a rugby ball-sized growth inside of me and I didn't know it was there. And yes, my dad won't let me turn on the element even now, you know? Look, I'm 34 and I've got no real plan, you know? I'm single and I do whatever the fuck I want, and that's not always as awesome as it sounds, you know? I don't have a skin regime or floss to a schedule. My favourite outfit is track pants and my death row meal is wonton noodle soup from Mercury Food Court, you know? Yum. You know, it's like I don't give a fuck about a lot of things, you know, and we all know in the food pyramid I would definitely be the junk food, but at least I'd be a good time, you know? And I can never be bothered cooking, and I'll always take pizza to a party, but at least, you know, there's always enough to go around, and everybody loves pizza. And, you know, I don't care what you look like, and my love languages are get fucked and don't be a dick, you know? But as long as everybody's smiling, I'm happy, you know? And even if you're not smiling, that's fine too, because I do love a challenge, you know? I love to laugh, and I love making people laugh, and I honestly think laughter is the best medicine. So I reckon that makes me a doctor, you know? Yeah. I'm like fucking House or TK, you know? So my diagnosis is this: be wild. Be kind, be savage, you know? And if you feel like you don't fit into this world, I reckon it's because you're here to change it, so do that. We've made it to the end of the show. We can check it all off. Thank you so much. I've been Kura, that's Kura Shoulda Woulda. Good night. See you at the bar.